Well, good morning, everyone. I think we'll get started. My name is Candace Handapangoda. I work downstairs in Human Resources. A few things to go over before we actually talk about the Blue Cross Blue Shield health insurance. By now, hopefully all of you have gotten your open enrollment letter. A couple things to mention is there is no open enrollment with dental, just for the medical and the flex spending accounts. So if you were planning on making changes to dental, we are not allowed to add members unless it's with a qualifying life event throughout the year, or you can always go through special enrollment throughout the year. If anyone has questions about that or wanting to know about adding, dropping coverage, you can see me after or give me a call in Human Resources. As far as the actual plans, though, for our renewal for dental, it is remaining with Health Partners. Coverage will stay exactly the same, as well as premium is exactly the same. So it should make a nice, smooth transition for the dental insurance 1-1. Also, we do have enrollment packets up here for the flex spending accounts that include the healthcare and dependent care spending account. We also have that on the employee website, but it's important to remember those accounts don't roll over year to year. So if you want a healthcare or dependent care spending account for 2013, you will need to make sure you fill out an enrollment form. The rest of the session is just talking about the new Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance. For many of you, you will see that 2 of the 3 plans look very similar to what you currently have in place. And we've actually set up between Health Partners and Blue Cross Blue Shield to do what's known as an automatic transfer over or crossover, where if you are currently on the $20 copay program, and you do nothing, you and every family member that you currently have on your plan will automatically transition over to that Blue Cross Blue Shield Aware $20 copay program. If you currently are on the high deductible program with Health Partners, you and every family member on that policy as well, if you do nothing, will automatically transfer over to the Aware high deductible program. And those 2 plans look very similar. They're almost identical to your current coverage, just the fact that it's through the new carrier. And then we'll also be talking about the 3rd new plan, which is a regional high deductible program. It's primarily based in Minnesota as far as providers. And that gives you some access to save some money from your paycheck. It's actually a lesser premium, but it is a tiered approach. And Laura will talk more about that. But just to give you a little idea, when Blue Cross Blue Shield provided us information on that plan, they did let us know that 94% of the providers currently being used by Anoka County, so we looked at who we all have been using this past year, 94% matched up to their tier 1 in that regional network. And so depending upon who you are using, many of you may find that regional plan may work for you as well if you're looking at the high deductible. But Laura will talk more about that, and we'll mention all of this again at the end. So with that being said, I'm going to turn the floor over to Laura.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Laura Steinke from Blue Cross Blue Shield, and we're very excited to have Anoka County joining us 2013, so we thank you for your business. And if we get going here on the PowerPoint, here's what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about the network of providers, your health plan, followed by pharmacy and the programs, your HRA, your FSA, our Blue Cross programs, My Blue Cross, and then lastly, we'll talk about online care anywhere. And if you guys have any questions along the way, please feel free to stop me. I want to make sure that everybody understands the material we're going to talk about. There's a lot here. I know it's overwhelming, so again, ask questions as we go along if you have any. If we start with the Blue Cross networks, we'll start with the Aware network. This is our largest network in Minnesota. No referrals are needed for this network. It is open access. You're able to go to any provider or any specialist in our Aware network. 98% of doctors participate in this network, and 100% of hospitals participate. And you do have coverage when you travel with the Aware network. Then if we move on to our Blue Performance Regional Network, the Blue Performance Regional Network, it's a tiered network. Tier 1 is going to give you the highest benefit with the lower out-of-pocket cost to you. Tier 2 is going to give you a lower benefit with a higher out-of-pocket cost to you. All providers in there, so with the regional network, you don't have to assign a doctor like you do with a Blue Plus network. With the regional, you can go to any provider you'd like. It just depends on where the provider falls, Tier 1 or Tier 2. So again, this regional network, it's open access. You can go to any provider. You'll just have to check to see where the provider falls, Tier 1 or Tier 2. Any questions so far on the Aware network or the regional network? Okay? And you have access to providers wherever you are. In Minnesota, again, you're going to use the Aware Network or the regional network, depending on which network you pick for your plan. Now, if you're traveling outside of the state of Minnesota, you're going to use our Blue Card national network. And we'll talk more on the next couple slides on how to find a provider online. We have about 96% of hospitals that participate in our national Blue Card network and about 92% of doctors. Now, anytime you're traveling outside of the country, you use Blue Card worldwide. So again, just to review, in Minnesota, it's Aware or regional. If you're traveling outside of the state of Minnesota, it's national Blue Card. And then if you're traveling outside of the country, it's Blue Card worldwide. So we do have participating providers outside other foreign countries that you can utilize. It simplifies coverage for student dependents. So if you have any dependents or student dependents that live outside of the state of Minnesota, they're going to use the Blue Card National Network and have the same benefits that you have. So again, no matter what network you pick in Minnesota, Aware or regional, everyone is going to use the National Blue Card outside of the state of Minnesota. And then if you're traveling outside of the country, it's our Blue Card worldwide. And then lastly, you'll see the suitcase, the PPO suitcase there will be on all your ID cards once you get that. That allows providers to know that you do have coverage. So next, if we want to find a provider on our website is bluecrossmn.com. And then down at the left-hand side, you'll want to select Find a Doctor. It's then going to bring you to this page. This is where you'll want to search depending on if you pick Aware or our regional network. Those are the two that you'll want to pick for Minnesota to find to see if your doctor is participating with Blue Cross Blue Shield. And if you're looking for a provider outside of the state of Minnesota, again, it's that National Blue Card down at the bottom. And then outside of the country, it's Blue Card worldwide. 3 easy ways to find a doctor. Again, you can always log on to our website. Otherwise, you can call our customer service center at any time. Our customer service center is aware that Anoka County is coming on 2013, so they are able to take calls. They understand your plans, so if you do have any questions and would like to call Blue Cross, they'll be able to assist you. 1-800-810-BLUE is up on the screen here, and then also you'll see the customer service numbers there, the local and the 1-800 number, and those will be on the back of your ID card once you guys receive those. Also, too, I should mention, if you are calling into Blue Cross for assistance with finding a provider, make sure that you let them know what network you have, whether that's Aware or regional, or if you're searching outside of the state of Minnesota, National Blue Card.